It's because women are told they don't need a man. But it's like, when the reality that no men are coming for him or even want him, I think that's even worse. Wow. Wow. My name is Sarah. It hurts that I have no friends, no family. I only have my work and home. Damn. She's probably got a cat. Probably. It really hurts at 40 years old. But it would, wouldn't it? Promise the world. Focus on your education, which is good. It's not bad. Never made room for a man. But at this point, it's pretty much too late, isn't it?
I've been single my entire life. My entire life. I'm going to be turning 42 in...
Hi, my name's Alora. I am a 33-year-old late bloomer, and I did not have my first kiss or my first relationship, my first sexual experience until the age of 32. And I was tagged so many times in this creator's video. If you want some insight into the acute loneliness that late bloomers in particular feel, that is a very poignant and well-put way of explaining. I'll give you the Spark Notes version.
Okay, before she does, I hope you're focused and on your square. And late bloomer women will become more common by 2030. If a huge chunk of men, a huge portion of men, have taken themselves out of dating, off the dating scene, dating pool, it's a trap, the hookup culture BS, whatever it is, all that nonsense and nastiness. If a huge portion of men have taken themselves out of that, then for all these hard-working, independent, highly educated women, when they choose to want to then find a man, it's like, good luck. Good luck. Again, the male loneliness epidemic, which I don't think is real, I think is BS. Partially to a degree real, but I think for the most part it's BS because it's not even being spoken about properly. But it's one-sided. So it's like, where are all these women gonna go? It's like, where are they all gonna go? What I find odd in modern dating is people not willing to accept that a huge portion of men are just not trying. Damn right. They're just not bothered. They don't give an F anymore. Instead of trying to even understand that perspective, it's just turned to insults. It's like, okay, fine. But look who's suffering. Not saying this woman is particularly, but listen, she's going to say some interesting things.
This creator talks about how you gather up so much love from the moment you first start wanting to partner up with someone, right? So you gather up all this love and you might pour it into the people around you, into your friends, into your family, into your career, into your passions, into your hobbies. But that desire to build a life with someone, to have a life partner.
Yeah, it's not a man pouring himself into you, is it? Nope. Yeah, I mean, friends and family and all that is cute, but it's not a man pouring himself into you. But a lot of women have been convinced or brainwashed that that was never good enough. And now that a lot of men aren't bothering, it's like they're shocked that it's what? Where have the men gone? Good. Keep wondering.
Pew, pew. Have someone to love and to love you. All of that love just builds up and it eats you alive. Anyone who has been chronically single will understand this, but it is something that is different when you've gone your whole life without having a romantic experience of some kind. Because, and I'm saying this as someone who just went through her first breakup, and God, that sucks. I don't wish those emotions on anyone. But right now I'm single by choice. I'm healing from that experience, bandaging up my heart.
Yeah, it must have been a rough experience. Yeah, and you have fun? Yeah.
Have someone to love and to love you all.
Having to use bandages afterwards, interesting.
Disgusting.
But obviously they're for her heart, they're for her heart. But like the mistake a lot of women make, you know, at least her degrees will keep her warm.
But I'm choosing this solitude.
Okay.
It is a completely different kind of loneliness that I'm feeling right now than before I was in a relationship. It is completely different. And this is why, okay? In addition to the world being a hard place, right? Which is something this creator brings up. And you just wanting someone to go home to hold you at night, to go through the joys and sorrows of life with, okay? You want that someone.
Look at that, a manless woman.
Manless. To hold you at night.
Cold bed.
You at night.
Even in this world of strong feminists, women can't help but wondering why their bed is cold. And sadly for a lot of women, it will always be cold. Damn.
You don't have that someone. And the longer you go without having those romantic experiences, having someone initiate attraction towards you, the longer you go without it, the more you want it. And the more also you're fearful that you're undeserving of it. Because everyone since the dawn of time has figured out how to do this. seemingly effortlessly. Like, how many people in your life do you know that just fall in and out of love, go in and out of relationships, go on one date and the next and then the next? And how many years did I go through life feeling invisible, unseen, unperceived, like I was existing
Wow.
on a plane, but apparently there was nobody there who deemed me worthy to go through life with.
Told you at night.
Interesting. Being very honest. So, I mean, she was around. There were men around, but none was shooting their shot at her. None were trying for her. What did I say in my last video? No man was shimmying up to her.
At night.
Yeah. Interesting. Trying to get to know her. But notice, but one thing she is, I mean, she's a independent woman, isn't she? She succeeded in that aspect, the independent woman aspect, didn't she? But not the securing a man aspect. Let's be flipping blunt. Because certain points, I do find certain points flipping annoying. How certain things seem one-sided. Look, women acting as if they're having a choice between their career and a man. Let's be honest. It's far more easier for women to secure the prolonged longevity, constant, their career basically. They can guarantee they can secure that more than a man staying with them, wanting to be around him, with her,
At night.
marrying her. You get the point. Yeah? In other words, the education part's easier. Oh, but the man. Even though we understand a lot of men are easy and a lot of men are simps, to be the man to stick around, that's a completely different thing. Men always want to smash. To stick around and to declare you as his woman, yeah. Women act as if men have no power in dating. Now, men are seeing what their power is more and more often. And sadly, women are having to face their own realities.
At night.
And this doesn't mean that I haven't built a life that I love, that I don't have people in my life that adored me. Present tense, adore me, I hope. But it doesn't change the fact that you can do all the things, okay, that they tell you. You can love yourself more. You can put yourself out there. You can try and go on the dates, and you still might not necessarily change your circumstances right away. You can hope to. I try to be as optimistic as I possibly can as a general life policy. I'm a glass half full kind of girl. But it is hard to see everyone around you figuring this out, and for you to be on this little lonely island, party of one, forever, for your whole existence. And yes, you build up a certain kind of strength from having to go through life alone. Like, I have done so much on my own. I've traveled, I've pursued my career, my higher education. I wrote a book. I wrote another book. Like, there are so many things I'm proud of, but do you want to know what the real truth is?
Before she says it again, note the amount of achievements, yet you haven't achieved a husband. And note we're making the point to these women that actually want one. Okay, she wouldn't mind securing a man. Yeah? Note how seemingly easy the other achievements were, but the man wasn't. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
I would have traded any of those accomplishments, any of them,
For what?
to have found someone that I wanted to go through life with.
Because she's very common. They act as if like women like this aren't. Yes, she is. She's very common. Why do you think femininity content's so big now? Women are having to readjust and shave off some of that hard, tough exterior to make themselves seem more appealing to men. Because a lot of men have just stopped giving an F. A lot of men aren't even bothering anymore. And they can feel it and see it.
Told you at night.
So a woman like this, using her as an example, she was finding it difficult already. So imagine when more and more men aren't even bothering to begin with. What are her opportunities going to look like? Of course, men are still going to be there, but really the quality? Please. We need to stop the nonsense and BS to act as if quality men haven't realized they're worth better than to be treated like a runner-up.
To this day.
I would have traded any single one of those things that I did to have found my person at a younger age. And is there something to be said for, dating as an older person? I guess, like, you are coming to these first experiences differently, but it does not change how sharp that loneliness is, how exquisitely painful it is.
Wow.
Excruciatingly, not exquisitely. There's something beautiful about it. It's excruciatingly painful.
I get your point, but come on. It's far too many times in media they've put the two together. Beauty and pain. Really? Come on.
Even now, I feel the breaking up with someone you cared about is a hard thing to do, period. It was an amicable breakup, but it was a hard thing to do. But going back to the person I was, the life she was living, navigating life alone, now that I've had a taste of what something else is like, it's amplified in some ways, because now I know what it's like. So it hurts even worse knowing.
And now it's like, she's struggling to go back into the loneliness by herself. Again, achieved a lot, very independent, author even. Very accomplished. However, she would trade all of that just to secure a long-term commitment. Women are told to be independent. They don't need a man nowadays, do they? But you can't help but think, they're sort of lying to themselves, aren't they? They're sort of lying to themselves. But when they realize they actually do want one, I mean, who's going to be around? Comment, you going to be around? You going to be around?
I have no one to hold me at night now.
Oh.
We're not going to go down this road. What I do just want
Yeah.
to reiterate is that everything that has happened to me in the last year, all of the romantic firsts I experienced, did open my world to a brand new horizon. Okay, they did. They were scary, all those things. But it doesn't change all of the years of loneliness leading up to that point. It colored my relationship for sure. There was not enough reassurance or affection that my partner could have given me in the whole world. Like, I was always hungry for more because I went through my whole life without it. And it's hard not to internalize that. Like,
Whoa, wait. I understand everything she's saying, understandable. But I mean, you're achieving though. Your career and your goals and your prospects, you're achieving, It's all that built up sadness. Where's that coming from? Male attention and validation is pure gold. Men keep saying it. It's not men just blowing smoke up their own butts. Without the arrogance, without the ego, men know our attention and validation is pure gold to women. And yes, a lot of men do abuse it. But one of the saddest things about our attention and validation is it's dwindling in broader dating society. More and more men have and may check out, which means you will have more women like this, pondering their existence. Spent all my time learning. But in all those years of learning, built up all this love and have no one to express it on or express it to. Damn. Yeah, but at least stay. At least she's independent, isn't she? She doesn't need a man.
surely you must be joking when you say you are fond of me, because no one else ever has been in this way.
Wow. Paranoia.
It was so hard to accept that love, and it was even harder to walk away from when I realized it wasn't an exact fit for me, for what I wanted.
Like a glove.
I don't want to cry about this. This is a long video, but I just want to say I so understand. I so understand the difference, even between the pain I'm feeling now, but most especially the pain I felt before. Yeah. Because it felt so hopeless so many times. And I would get angry if people would tell me, wow, this will happen for you someday. When?
Well, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. The anger.
When?
The anger. The term red pill rage is interesting because it talks about men's anger towards things like this in a similar sort of, but man way. But what about woman's rage? Yeah? No man loving her, touching her, feeling on her.
When?
Yeah? Not even looking at her, damn, not even looking at her. Walking past her in the street. Female rage. Single female rage. It's interesting, isn't it?
Have I not been patient? Have I not been accommodating? Have I not tried?
Have you?
That's the hard thing too, is knowing that you can put all the effort you want into a relationship or in the pursuit of a relationship. And so much of it just comes down to like timing, like the timing that you and some other person who's compatible with you will be looking for each other at the same time, and that you'll be in a position to meet them, like that you'll use the same dating app, you'll walk down the same street, whatever it is, however it is people meet each other, like all of it is just such random timing. This is a very long video.
Indeed it is.
I get it. It's not easy. And I just want all of us to have all of the happiness we deserve.
But did you fall into the trap? Did you fall into the liberated, modern, independent woman trap? Did you? I mean, it was dressed up nice, wasn't it? It looked nice, wasn't it? You don't need a man, did you? Didn't? Or were you forced to believe that? Forced to believe it so much to the point where a lot of men just realized, this is ridiculous. I'm fighting a losing battle. Yeah, there are so many women making me fight a losing battle, but I'm just trying to be a decent man. Damn. By 2030, there will be more women like this, sadly. A lot of people want in, but too many people have already bailed out.
You're worthy of that happiness, of that
Are
love.
you worthy, Raziel?
And there's no such thing as too late, right? Like, you can't be late for your own life.
More like a period.
But there's just so much pain in the waiting. I wish it didn't have to be that way for us, for so many of us. Anyway, bye. But I guess the good thing is,
Okay, so she hasn't gone. She's got more. She had a lot to get off her chest.
we're not alone in this. I think there is some solidarity in a shared experience, especially since I had no idea that that late bloomers existed until I turned 30. So that helps a little. But to this creator, and I'm done because I didn't look up her name, I know your pain. And it is lonely, but you are not alone in it. And I don't know if that makes it better. It probably doesn't, but
It's like Michael Jackson said.
there are so many people like that out there. And you had such an important message in your video of just sharing space with that. So thank you for shining that.
There is a smaller pool of dating men. So the honest truth and fact is a lot of women will be alone. It won't be by their choice. But when there aren't enough men to even go around, what are they supposed to do apart from just be by themselves? Have a nice day.
When?
To hold you at night.